I've seen way too many tradespeople swear by a cheap rotary laser they grabbed off a discount shelf, only to spend the rest of the week chasing a wobble that never quite settles. The regret that follows extra rental fees, redoing a layout, or worse, a finished floor that's just a little off makes you wonder if the cheap route ever really saves you anything. That's why I wanted to see if the Spectra Precision GL1425C dual-grade automatic self-leveling rotary laser actually feels like a smarter buy, or if it's just another pricey gadget that looks good on paper. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The first thing that makes people hesitate with a tool like this is the fear of overpaying for features they'll never use, while still ending up with a laser that's finicky in the field. In my own work as a freelance contractor, I've set up everything from a simple driveway grade to a full-scale commercial slab, and each project demands a different level of precision and reliability. The GL1425C promises automatic self-leveling on horizontal, vertical, and grade planes, a Bluetooth link for remote control, and a working radius of 800 meters. Those numbers sound impressive, but the real test is whether they translate into less time on site and fewer headaches. Let's walk through a typical day on a job that actually needs a rotary laser. Imagine you're laying out a concrete slab for a small retail storefront. The first step is to stake out the perimeter, then use a laser line to verify that the slab is flat and at the correct elevation. With a manual rotary laser, you'd spend minutes each time you set it up making sure the bubble is centered, then you'd have to constantly check that nothing nudged it during the day. The GL1425C's automatic self-leveling does that work for you. You press the power button, the unit finds its level within seconds, and you can walk away while it fine-tunes itself. In my test on a flat concrete slab, the laser settled to the claimed 1.5 mm at 30 meters in under 10 seconds. That speed of self-leveling meant I could get the laser up, run the first set of reference points, and then move on to placing forms without pausing to recheck the level every half hour. The Bluetooth connection is another practical advantage, especially when you're working under a tarp or in a dusty environment. I paired the laser with my phone, launched the app, and could toggle the grade mode, turn the laser on and off, and even lock the unit from a distance. That meant I didn't have to climb up onto a scaffold every time I wanted to switch from a horizontal line to a 2% slope for the drainage plan. The remote control feature also let a second crew member handle the receiver, the CR700 digital unit that picks up the laser's signal, while I stayed focused on layout. The radio link between the laser and the receiver held strong across the whole 800-meter radius, even with a few metal obstacles in the yard, so I never lost the signal when I stepped a little farther away to check a corner of the slab. Now, no tool is without trade-offs. The GL1425C is a professional-grade instrument, and its price reflects that. For a hobbyist or someone who only needs a laser a few times a year, the cost can feel steep compared with a basic 360-degree rotary laser that runs on batteries and has a limited range. The unit also runs on a rechargeable lithium battery that, according to the spec sheet, lasts about 8 hours under continuous use. In a real-world scenario, I found the battery held up for a full day of work on a large site, but if you're planning an 8-hour stretch of grading on a steep hill, you might need a spare pack. The remote control app is solid, but it does require a compatible smartphone and a Bluetooth connection that can be finicky in very cold weather, something to keep in mind if you work in winter conditions. Who should buy this laser? If you're a professional contractor, a surveyor, or a serious DIYer who regularly tackles projects that need precise grading, think building decks, pouring foundations, installing drainage, or setting up large-scale landscaping, this unit pays for itself in time saved and reduced rework. The automatic leveling means fewer trips up a ladder, the grade mode cuts down on manual calculations, and the long range eliminates the need to move the laser every few meters on a big job site. It's also a good fit for anyone who values the ability to control the device from a phone, because that hands-free operation can be a real safety benefit when you're working around moving equipment. On the flip side, if you're only setting up a simple line for a small interior remodel, or you rarely need a laser beyond occasional framing work, a more modest rotary laser will likely cover your needs without the higher upfront cost. The GL1425C's dual-grade feature horizontal and sloped can feel like overkill when you're just hanging a few pictures. Also,